What if I told you that there is a creature, not from folklore, not from mythology, but a real, documented entity that has been witnessed across centuries, across continents, that appears before death? Not a wolf, not a stray dog, something else entirely. Tonight, we go into the true, terrifying account of Thomas Locke, a railway worker from northern England, who in the winter of 1879 encountered something that shattered every rational belief he had ever held. His account was documented. His colleagues confirmed it. And 3 days after his encounter, the Tay Bridge collapsed. 75 people died. And Thomas claimed he had been warned.
Welcome to the haunted territory. The year is 1879, December, Scotland. The nights are long, brutally cold, and the Tay Railway Bridge, one of the greatest engineering achievements of its era, stretches nearly 2 miles across the pitch-black waters of the River Tay. Thomas Locke is a 34-year-old maintenance worker, a practical man, a man of routine. He has walked the bridge hundreds of times. But on the night of December 26th, 1879, just 2 days before disaster, Thomas is crossing the bridge on foot, lantern in hand, performing his final inspection of the night. The bridge is empty. The wind is howling. And then he sees it. Standing at the far end of the bridge, barely visible through the fog and sleet, is a dog. Enormous, black as ink. Its coat does not move in the wind. Thomas stops. 2 nights later, December 28th, 1879, the mail train from Edinburgh is crossing the Tay Bridge during one of the worst storms in Scottish history. Wind speeds over 80 miles per hour. The bridge is shaking. And then, at 7:15 p.m., the central girders of the Tay Bridge collapse. The entire train, 6 carriages, plunges into the freezing water below. 75 souls gone in minutes. Thomas Locke was not on the bridge that night. He had refused to work that shift. He had told his supervisor, "I will not cross that bridge tonight." When asked why, he said nothing. He simply pointed toward the river. The official inquiry into the Tay Bridge disaster is one of the most documented engineering investigations in British history. Thomas's account of the Black Dog was recorded by a journalist named Peter Laird in a local paper, the Dundee Courier, just weeks after the disaster. The account still exists. But here is what makes this case extraordinary. Thomas Locke was not the only one. Across history, Black Dog encounters share an almost identical pattern. 1803, Norfolk, England. A farmer named John Stewart reported a massive black dog blocking the road to his village 2 nights before a fire killed 7 of his neighbors. 1916, France, World War I. A British soldier named Private Harold Croft wrote in his journal about a black dog he saw in the trenches. Silent, massive, eyes like voids. The night before his entire unit was decimated at the Battle of the Somme. Croft survived. Every man who laughed at his story did not. 1977, Blytheburg, Suffolk. A retired schoolteacher named Margaret Hale photographed what she described as a large black dog near the Church of the Holy Trinity. The very church where in 1577, a black dog reportedly burst through the doors during a thunderstorm, killing 2 worshippers and leaving scorch marks on the north door that are still visible today. The scorch marks are still there. These are not made-up stories. These are documented accounts, journal entries, newspaper reports, and physical evidence that spans over 400 years. So the question is not whether the black dog exists. The question is, what is it?
Paranormal researchers have offered several theories. Some believe the black dog is a psychopomp, a spiritual entity whose sole purpose is to appear before mass death events as a warning, or perhaps as a guide for the souls that are about to depart. Others believe it is a residual energy entity, a creature formed from concentrated human fear and death, drawn to places and moments where tragedy is imminent. And then there is the more unsettling theory, proposed by paranormal researcher Peter Underwood in his 1978 book, Gazetteer of British Ghosts, that the black dog is not a separate entity at all, that it is something closer to a tear in reality itself, a moment where the boundary between the living world and whatever lies beyond it grows thin, and that the people who see it are not being warned. They are simply close enough to that boundary to see through it. After the Tay Bridge disaster, Thomas Locke never spoke publicly about what he saw. He gave one statement to the journalist Peter Laird. He signed it, and then he moved away from Scotland entirely. No one knows where he went. But here is the detail that keeps paranormal researchers up at night. In Peter Laird's original handwritten notes that were discovered in a Dundee archive in 1987, there is a line that was
The black dog of British folklore is not a legend confined to dusty history books. Sightings are still reported today. In 2019, a hiker in the Yorkshire moors posted a photograph online of what appeared to be an enormous black dog standing motionless on a ridge. By the time he turned to look again, it was gone. No tracks in the mud, no sound, nothing. If you ever see a black dog, massive, silent, eyes like voids, standing somewhere it shouldn't be, don't approach it. Don't call to it. Just leave. Because the black dog does not come for everyone. Only for those who are standing too close to the end. This has been The Haunted Territory. If this story reached something deep inside you, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and share this video with someone brave enough to watch it alone. New video every day. Stay haunted.